Sup Nerdmigos and the Jive Talking Nerd John Norgrove. We've got Wife here, and we're here for another review Jive. So we watched the new Disney Pixar film Soul.
That's right.
Which is like crazy good.
It's really good.
Like crazy, crazy good. Holy shit, crazy good. So this is starring Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey and Graham Norton and Rachel House. It's actually got a pretty all-star cast, and I didn't know that going into this. Pixar is very, very rapidly approaching some of the best animation in the world. With regard to like things looking real. It was crazy because like the characters were very dynamic, and I love the character design and all that, and like the fantasy world design, you know, the like before life or whatever. But there were some street scenes where it was like you were seeing like a close-up shot of like concrete with water on it and shit, and it was scary detailed.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty crazy how like amazing the animation is, but the animation is super awesome. The voice acting was amazing. The music in it was
fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
Damn good music.
I mean, this is like really, I think, the closest to like real life that Pixar has been able to get.
Yeah.
You know, with
and the
way
actors
that
had so much,
characters act,
you know,
and look
emotions.
And all the stuff.
Yeah, totally. I mean, Pixar is only getting better, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's quick. Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, this is where you leave. Go see it. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. If you're leaving, goodbye. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. We are going to kind of move into spoilers. I want to do like a brief synopsis of the plot and then get into best bit. So that's what we're gonna do here. So spoiler time. So functionally, the plot of this movie is that this guy's like just a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not like a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like a so singularly focused as to disregard not only his own happiness, but the happiness of literally everybody around him. I mean, he seemed real ready to abandon that little Asian girl in the hallway. Let me tell you what. And that's a real shitty teacher. But so this guy's just like a vaguely shitty teacher who cares more about becoming a jazz musician, like a pro jazz musician.
He's a music teacher.
He's a music teacher, by the by. Yeah. Becoming a pro jazz musician or whatever. And basically, it's like his mom is telling him, like, hey, dude, your dad went through this shit. You shouldn't do this shit. He's like, nah, I'm going to do it anyway. Gets the gig that he wants, falls into a manhole, and immediately dies.
Well, he's in a coma.
Wow.
He doesn't actually die.
He dies like he's supposed to go to the great beyond, but he breaks out from the great beyond and he goes to the great before. And then he's in a coma or whatever.
Yeah.
Several reviewers have brought this up, and it's right every time. He should be dead. Not in a coma, but whatever. Medicine. Ripping him out of God's hands.
Yeah.
So then he has to teach 22. He lies to be this other guy. The movie never answers what happened to the soul that he stole the name tag from. Was that soul just kind of like lost or something? It's very funny. So he has to try to like teach this soul how to get back to Earth so he can get the soul's like Earth pass or whatever. And he does a pretty poor job at that, but in the process, they meet the fucking far and away greatest character in this movie. All right, which is the old hippie who's captaining the pink boat with the neon tie-dye sails.
And he's somehow like only a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, he's also
like
just in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just spinning a sign, tripping balls on mushrooms or something, which is great. That's like the best joke in the movie. All right, we're back. Hey, it was, I don't know, it was getting cryy up in here. Nah, we were cooking something. We're cooking food and the vaporizing onions.
And it
Julie's
was burning my eyes.
So, yeah, the vaporizing onions.
So was this, or I was about ready to cry about how emotional Soul made me.
I mean, it was a pretty emotional movie.
It was.
But no, so 22's kind of a prick. The Soul guy's kind of a prick, but Captain Crazy Sign Spinner, man, that guy's the fucking best.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
pretty good. And basically, it's like a joke that Pixar hopes that only parents and maybe teenagers understand.
Yeah, right. He's just in the zone, guys. Yeah, in the zone.
He's in the zone.
That's what that's called.
That's why he's driving a psychedelic pink cosmic.
Like a mind
like ship,
galleon.
But not just like a ship. Yeah,
like a Spanish galleon or some shit. No. So I mean, like, you know, they get brought back into the bodies. The main guy gets caught in the cat. That leads to just
hilarity
ensues. Hilarity ensues. The part with the cat and the mouse both dragging pizzas was just primo.
Yeah.
And 22's stuck in his body, and 22's got to like learn how to do shit, like walk and stuff.
But 22 has never been to Earth. So
yeah, and he's like
all,
kind
like,
of vaguely a piece of shit.
And he like doesn't really want to be on Earth.
Yeah,
so.
but then of course he wants to be on Earth. And he doesn't want to leave Earth, which results in some shit. They've got like the bad squiggle Terry is coming after him because the good squiggle's Jerry's. Those are the good ones.
Yeah.
Which is it's so weird.
It's so weird.
The art style in this is so good, man. I loved all the decisions they made. It was awesome. But so Terry gets him. Terry basically is just like, all right, well, like, you guys got to go back. But in the process, 22 found his spark, which is like, and this is like the great moral lesson in this movie, is the idea that like a spark isn't like your passion. It's your spark for life. You're like want to live, and since this guy like specifically didn't want to live, he never found his spark. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Yeah. Which I liked. It's a nice moral lesson.
Yeah, well, and the teacher was looking at it as his spark was playing music, and he thought that his
specifically jazz.
Yeah, like he thought that the only way that he could like have that lust for life was to be like a professional jazz musician.
Famous jazz musician.
And through all of this, he like understands that the things about his life that are worth savoring. Yeah. As well as he finds his own spark, like the actual spark for his life, which is maybe not exactly what you think it's gonna be, but is well worth it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah. You know, the mom was great. The barbershop scene was great. Music was fantastic again, and like the way that they were portraying, like getting in the zone about stuff and like that.
Yeah.
It was really, really rad. It was.
So, what was your best bit?
For me, the best bit is probably. It's probably the first time they like find the hippie on the streets spinning the sign, and he like stops and he starts like explaining all this cosmic shit, and the like lady in the shop runs out and is like, "I don't pay you to talk. I pay you to spin that sign. You leave him alone with that hippie dippy shit. Like you get out of here." It was so funny. Oh my god. Yeah. Anything with the hippie guy, honestly, in either reality, were the best bits. There's something about that character that I absolutely loved.
Yeah, he's
absolutely
like your spirit
loved him.
animal.
Yeah, that was the best. What about for you, best bits?
Oof. I mean, it's hard because there's so many things about this movie that I love, but I'm gonna say that my best bit is a little bit more all-encompassing. My best bit is the way that they viewed the afterlife as well as / before life. You know, the other side, basically. And I really, really loved the concept of how they talked about it and like what they talked about. Their thing with being in the zone, the thing with the lost souls, and earning that birth badge. It was a really
cool idea, and it felt
fantastic,
fleshed out. Like it didn't feel like we're just answering some questions here.
Yeah, but it also didn't feel
all those jokes where they kept sending people to like oh hey, you 5 go to sociopath and you 3 go to like depressed or whatever. Self-absorbed. Yeah. Every time that was so funny.
But they also did it in a way that wasn't denominational. So it wasn't
it didn't feel like they were making a decision.
It didn't feel like any sort of decision on religion and heaven and hell and all that other stuff. It felt very like middle ground for every like
it didn't say that anything was right or anything was wrong. It sort of approached everything from a like, that's that shit, this is this shit. This is what we're talking about. You know, which was nice. I totally get it.
But it also did it in a way that posited the idea that like maybe that's what happens in this plane of existence when we die.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like this is clearly the
it wasn't like absurd
the world of the
whatever.
movie or anything.
Totally.
I really liked that. That was my favorite part. That they really took care and forethought in looking at what the afterlife should look like according to this movie. And based on the credits, it looks like they actually did consult with experts of a variety, philosophy and religion, as well as some scientists. Like, it looks like they actually like did a pretty good amount of homework on this.
Yeah, totally. You know what? This was a fantastic movie. We both enjoyed it a great deal. We thought the lesson was pretty clear. And really, there's like nothing bad to say about this movie. Like, the main guy was an asshole, but I mean, that was the point. He was supposed to be, you know? So, but yeah, either way, I have been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This is Review Jive. We watched Soul, the 2020 Disney Pixar picture. And don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Do all that kind of stuff. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side, huh?